Good morning. So we are continuing with the Bhagavad Gita. Now what we had done was till verse 58, in which we had learnt a few things. That attachment is the main cause and the reason why we suffer a lot. This we have understood. So attachment to any object can create a lot of issues in our world. And this is the reason where we should not get attached to any object. So whether it is good or bad, right or wrong, don't bother so much about getting attached to it. Some things happen for some reason. Whatever are the reasons, we just have to let it be. Today we are going to understand more about how this attachment comes about. So there has to be something in this world which makes us attached to some objects, right? So what is that thing? So today we are going to find out about that. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 59. Sense objects turns away from him who does not enjoy them with his senses, but the taste of them persists. The relish also disappears in the case of a man of stable mind when he realizes the Supreme. We will do the next verse also because it's combination of the two. Turbulent by nature, the senses, even of a wise man who is practicing self-control, forcibly carry away his mind, Arjuna. So what is being mentioned over here is that human beings have senses. Now we have our senses. What are they? As you can see, we have hearing, seeing, touching, all those basically connected to various parts of the body, right? So with our eyes we can see, with our ears we can hear, with our nose we can smell, with our tongue we can taste, and with our body we can touch. So these are the things which are mentioned. But when you are committed to something, the senses are reacting outside. So if I have to pass from a place where the gutters are lying open, I will definitely get a dirty smell, right? So immediately what you will do? You will close your nose, or maybe you will put some thing on top of your nose because you don't like the smell. In a similar manner, you are seeing a big accident in front of you. There are about 4 or 5 people lying injured, or some of them are dead, like, that kind of a scene. You yourself will not like this scene because it is very squeamish. You don't like to see that, and you want to cover your eyes and you want to go away from there. Our senses react with this. Similarly, if we are sitting in a place where there is loud music playing, we may close our ears. Now, if somebody is talking badly about us and is criticizing us, what do? You want to hear what the person is saying so that you can give them back later on. This is what happens to a human being, isn't it? We want to understand. So we want to hear, we want to overhear things. In a similar manner, there are things which happen in this world. Like say for example, we love some very nice dish. Okay? The taste of it is very good. So we want to keep on eating it. It is like sweets. In India we have a lot of sweets. So what do we want to do? We don't want to stop at one. If it is a rasgulla or a gulab jamun, I want to have 2. I want to have 3. See, it's our palate. We want to feed us. And this is where our mind gets entrapped. You could have stopped at 1. But why are you continuing for 3, 4 and all? It is because your senses are reacting with the mind, and the mind is creating a desire to have more. So when you want something more, what do? You want that object, isn't it? And that object by itself is not doing anything. Please remember one thing. A bottle of liquor or a sweet is actually not doing anything. It is just lying over there. It is an inanimate object. It's not saying, please take me. No, nothing like that. But your mind has created this scene that you want to drink it, you want to eat it. Isn't that how it is? We want to participate in it. So your senses and the object of senses, they are reacting with stuff outside, the things outside your own body. And when those objects appear in front of you, you want ownership of it, so you take it inside. Let us say you see an ad. In the ad it is written, today you are getting an iPhone for a very discounted rate. You don't have an iPhone. Now your own eyes, when it reads this thing, it has appeared on your feed somewhere, and you say, oh my God, I want to have an iPhone. I'm getting it at a lesser rate today. So will you go and click that link also? Naturally. You want to own that object. So with your eyes you saw the object in front of you. Your sense objects, what is a sense object? Seeing is the sense object. Seeing. Your eyes see, isn't it? Vision. So your eyes are grasping that object somewhere. And when it grasps, what happened? You are taking it inside. The vision is pulling that object within you. Where? It is going inwards towards your processing organ. Your intellect is inwards. It is going to the intellect and saying, see, you don't have an iPhone. Memory says, you don't have an iPhone. You are using a Samsung device. So immediately it says, oh, you always wanted to buy an iPhone. So let me tell the mind, create this desire within us. So what happens? Your mind says, you should have that iPhone. And then what happens? Your mind sends a signal, yes, I want that. So your fingers are going to click that link, isn't it? So it is using the organs of action. Your finger is called the organ of action. So there are organs of action. What are the organs of action? They are 5 in number. Okay? The 5 organs are hands, legs, your anus, your organ for procreation, and the biggest organ is here called tongue. We say that the tongue talks. So these are actually the 5 organs which are reacting in the world. That is why they are called organs of action. So remember, organs of action are different than sense organs. Alright? So don't mix these two. So total 5 senses, got it? And 5 organs of action. This you understood. And now there is one more item inside. It is called the mind. We are using all the thing to put it together in the mind. See, when you are working in the kitchen, what do you actually do? I want you to use this as an example in your life. When you work in the kitchen, you take one kadai or a cauldron or a wok, as we say. In Chinese we say a wok. Let us say I am making Chinese food today. So I take a wok. W-O-K. And in that wok, I am going to put my ingredients. Objects. Little. Whatever that is required. Say noodle, rice or whatever, some things that I want to put. That wok is the mind. It's a container. that container creates objects. What is it creating? Maybe noodles, Hakka noodles or Szechuan noodles. It's making those things, no? Huh? By the supplication of heat, we apply heat to that, and then what happens? We create that object. So mind is like that. It is an object which gets created within the mind, and that is the reason why you will find that these objects are the mind's creation. You know, many a times somebody says something to you. They say that, oh, this dress is not fitting you properly. Suppose somebody says something to you, oh, this dress is not fitting you properly. Last time you wore it looked nice on you. Now, when these words are said, what does that mind immediately say? You mean to say I have put on weight? Isn't it how the mind reacts to it? You mean to say that I have put on weight? You know, I don't eat your father's food, you know. मैं तुम्हारे बाप का कुछ खाती नहीं हूँ. The translation in Hindi. How does it sound? Your mind is telling you all these things. Actually, that person might have said something different, but the reaction in the mind is what? Who do you think you are? Have you seen yourself? Mind is talking. Mind is having its own mouth, by the way. It talks on its own, inside you. And then you will say, but I have been going to the gym all these years, you know. Last one whole year, this idiot has not seen me for the last 1 year. And what does she think of herself? I have actually reduced 5 kg weight. But then your mind is telling you something different. Actually, the person may be saying something else only. But what is it that you have taken out of it? Your analysis is the person is thinking I am fat. Got it? This is what the person. Whereas the person is saying it's no longer fitting you. Maybe what the person is saying is that it looks loose on you. Now see the difference which it creates in your mind. No, I never meant like that. I meant that it is, you have, you are become very thin now. Immediately your mind says, wow, my 1 whole year of going to the gym has paid off. Do you see how it twisted immediately the story, the whole story turned? You were thinking till that time something is wrong and now something is right. Mind is like this. It does yo-yo. Going here, there, all the time. But hearing, did it create anything? You were hearing what was said, correct? But interpretation, who did? Your mind. Your mind created this interpretation which is not necessarily right. Your mind is very deceptive in many ways. You can take completely different meaning out of certain things. But then what happened? You are allowing the mind to react with the senses and the sense objects. Those things which are being taken from outside are creating the problem. Today morning, we were discussing something very, very unique. So, we were talking about certain things which human beings are used to. Now, as a child, you were a very naughty child. You were doing all kinds of ups and downs, running here, there. You never could sit still. Okay, now let us say you are that kind of a child. And later on in your school, you took part in sports and other activities. And you came up to SSC level, that is 10th, 11th standard or whatever, and you were very active in dramatics, debates, you were a sportsman, you won 2-3 medals, and always there is a march past and all that, no? You know how proud a person is when they lead the march past, like You are carrying the flag, you feel so mighty pleased. And then, after your college, these activities stop. Because in college, you are focused very much on your whatever professional thing that you want to do. You want to be an engineer, you want to be a doctor, you want to be something or the other. You are now focused on that. Okay, once you get to that and once you get a job, there is a steady decline in what you are doing. You are no longer debating. You are no longer taking part in any plays. You are no longer doing races. You have given up literally everything that you did for the first 20 years of your life. Why? I have a job. I have to work very hard. And then I have to, now maybe you get married. Now in marriage, where is the chance of going for a run? I don't have to go time for a run and all that. Then there are children. Children means finished. Life is over. Like your 50% of your job is children only. Oh, they want their dabba to be filled. They are going to school. The teacher has said this homework is to be done. And then you have to go for the parents' day, teacher's day, this one day, that. 100 things. They are taking part. Oh, my one daughter is taking part as a peacock in one play. Okay, so you have to have peacock color, dresses. What happened to your running? Gone. What happened to all your other things that you were doing? You were so active in your plays and stuff like that. Nothing. Now no play at all. Nothing is happening. Do you know what happens by the time you are 30, 35 and all? Your brain has only now started grasping those things which are connected to children, husband, house, job or whatever. The rest of the things which you are doing in your active life has gone out. You are no longer active. Then you have all the issues coming up. After pregnancy, you put on weight. Things happen. Then you want to go to the gym. But you hardly have time to go to the gym because who is going to go to the gym, every single day? So you make concessions. I'll go to the gym once in a week or twice in a week. But gym is not compensating for that active lifestyle of yours. Do you understand? Till the age of 20, 22, you were so active. Even in college, you went for picnic, parties, this thing, that thing, and you were taking part in all those activities, and now nothing is happening. So by the time you come to 40, you see the number of tablets that have increased in your cabinet. Magnesium tablet, calcium tablet. You see the whole thing? And then you have to take some hormonal things. Then you have to take, I don't know the kind of things that we keep on piling up. And you are having a load of tablets for not doing something. Magnesium is taken because brain activity has become very slow. Okay? Why has your brain activity become slow? Because you are no longer participating in anything that you were supposed to do earlier. Till your college, you are reading books, studying, by hearting, all kinds of things. You did or no? How much of reading you did? Yes. How much of activity you did? Yes. And now? You are reading children's book. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Boss, what is this? Your Baba Black Sheep or Jack and Jill is not going to pay you for anything. Your brain is become rusted. So that to kickstart your brain, you take tablets. Same thing. You were eating a steady meal earlier, You remember, as a kid, you had a great appetite. Some people have great appetite. Some people don't want to eat anything. But those who have great appetite, when they grow up, they say, no, I'm putting on weight. I should not do this. I should not do that. And they will reduce. And suddenly, one fine day, now you have given birth to one or two children. And suddenly, one fine day, what happens? You see in Instagram how to reduce 5 kilos, how to reduce 10 kilos. Oh, you have to give up this food. If potatoes are causing me a problem, oh, rice is causing me a problem. Now imagine till the age of 30, you were eating rice. You were eating rice. And suddenly you give up rice completely give up. Why? It is mentioned that rice contains this, and wheat also gluten is there, and this is there. You are reading things and you are hearing nonsense. So the lifestyle which you had for 30 years, suddenly one fine day, chuck out of the window. And then you change over. Now I am feeling nice, After 1 month or 2 months, you feel, I feel nice and I light and this and that. 6 months later, you know what has happened? You say, my triglycerides are going up. My LDL is having a problem. Why is it that my thyroid is coming positive? I am hyperthyroid. Why is that happening? Oh, then the doctor will say, you do these hormonal tests, okay? Do this. And it's a big bill. It's not a small bill. Hormonal test means some couple of ₹1,000. And abroad, I don't know, $1,000 or God knows what. But you do that test and then what happens to you? Oh, you got to take this medicine, that medicine, that medicine, that medicine. Doctor gives you a whole load of medicine. Why? Your body, which is used to a certain lifestyle, you suddenly kick-started into something completely different. And now you are going to try to rectify it? How does that work? Now understand, this type of kickstart kind of a things that you have been doing to your own body is not going to pay you at all. On the contrary, by the time you are 45 and 50, you will have stress, you will have blood pressure, you have diabetes. Now nothing, you are not even expecting something, or you have lumps in the chest, this is happening, that is happening. Oh my God, I was so fit and fine, what happened suddenly? This is what your mind did to you. You started doing things by just doing something wrong. Your body is a certain type. It has certain things to do. And you suddenly are switching from this to that to this to that. Vegan diet. You are used to eating all ragada patties, this, that, idli, dosa, vada, sambar, all this, and suddenly vegan. I'm vegan now. Arey Baba, vegan. What vegan? Your forefathers were never vegan. Huh? Every day they will get fish to eat. Every day they do this and that. And now you are saying, I am vegan. Your body is not a vegan body. Very soon, 1 year, 2 years time, you will become Ronald Reagan. Very soon. What are you doing? Don't get into this. Mind is very dangerous. It is going to tell you certain nonsensical things. Did I not tell you how it switched sides in the beginning? One to the other, immediately it will switch. So today you are reading about vegan diets, you are reading about this diet, that diets, and suddenly 1 year down the line, suddenly somewhere one new thing comes up. Oh, that vegan diet causes, and the problem with vegan diet is, with coronavirus, there was a problem. I have to now switch over to Mediterranean diets. You are an Indian, idli dosa person, and you want to become what, Mediterranean now? Huh? What? Shawarmas you want to eat? You want to eat some other pizza and all that? Don't do that. Don't become somebody else. This somebody else becoming is going to cause you problems. In your entire life, you have never eaten pasta till you are age of 30. And now, I love pasta. I love pizza. I love this. What? You are not eating pasta in the beginning. It's an Italian food. Suddenly from Indian you have become Italian, huh? Do you know how many troubles you are going to have? See, as a woman, As a man, I can say that you will have some bodily issues like, muscle and okay, the biggest failure is brain failure. Okay, most men go suffer from brain failure. But for a woman, it is not connected only to brain. It is connected more to body parts. Why? The men don't have any of those organs, ma. Woman has. Hundreds of things are connected to it. So many, so many small glands are secreting this, that. So all over. And so many different kinds of juices all over your body. Everything is going for a toss. So who has to become more secure in this? You, not the men. They can eat whatever they feel like. Their work is over. You know that 1 second work is all that they have in their life. 1 second work. You know what? You see all these bees or ants. You see the bee, there is a queen bee sitting over there, and then one male bee comes, and whatever that has to happen, and immediately after that she goes and kills him and eats him up. Funny, that is all the work that idiot is supposed to do. But you have to live through the whole thing. You have to live through the whole thing. You have your body issues. They don't have body issues. They are already gone. So you have to be very sure about how you live. And the biggest problem is called the mind. It is an invisible creature. A mind is there with a person right from the beginning of their life till the end of life. It's not a muscle. It's not a bone. It's not a body part. It's an invisible creature who just exists. Invisible. And you listen to this invisible creature because data is provided by the senses, no? They're only providing you data. You are making big hodgepodge out of it. Oh, today, I'll give you one very funny example. Okay? Oh, I was making this and it happened like that. Why? Oh, I was thinking today I will make a little kheer. Kheer, you understand, a sweet thing. Okay, so I took the milk and I started doing, a little bit of heating it and all that. And suddenly some phone call comes from your mother. You put it on low and you go somewhere. Yes, mummy, this happened, that happened, blah, blah, blah. After 10 minutes you come back. The milk has curdled inside. Oh my God. I was thinking of making kheer. Now I have to make paneer out of it. You see the whole point of it? Your mind, which is that kadai in which you put the milk, instead of making it sweet, now you are going to make it paneer. This is what happened to you. It is made something completely different. Little bit of inattention, little inattention goes for a toss. I'll tell you today, very funny thing happened. See, I was making sabudana khichdi. I don't know how many of you know sabudana khichdi, but I was making sabudana khichdi. Okay. Now, last night Rajma had soaked the sabudana and all those things. Today morning I was supposed to make it. I was making it in one kadai. Now what happened was, when I was pouring the tea spilled. Okay, a little bit it spilled. So when the tea spilled, I am trying to clean it. Okay, 5 minutes went in that. 5 minutes went in that, and then after 5 minutes I cleaned the place up, put the tea in place, everything went in order, and by the time I came back, that sabudana khichdi had become a chewing gum. Okay? So it became stuck to each other. So I opened it and I am stirring it. It is like chewing gum now. Why? Because it is like mind. You allow something to keep it inside your mind, no, it becomes chewing gum. It sticks to you. You remember this? It's like that sabudana khichdi. My father did this, my mother did this, this one said like that, that one said like that. My goodness gracious, 100 years ago those fellows must have said something. You are still making khichdi out of it. No. You are supposed to stir it and then remove it out immediately. Then it will not stick, no? So think like that. Get it out of your mind fast. On cooking, get it out of your mind. Otherwise, one is it is going to get burnt. Second, if you remove it first only, it is going to be kacha. Kacha means raw. Let it cook correctly. Got the point or no? So always remember this. Mind is very dangerous. Correct usage is all needed. So what does he say? Sense objects turns away from him who does not enjoy them with his senses. So stop enjoying these objects. If you see some nice dress in the window, in the shopping window, you don't have to say, I want to own it. You can say, in Diwali, no, I will buy some nice dress for myself. If it is there till Diwali, I will take it. You got the answer? You don't have to go out of the way and max out your card and buy it. Those people are interested in you buying. That's why it's on display. Huh? Yeah. You know how things nowadays come in your feed because they want you to buy. All buttons of buy are there. So don't. So he says, all the sense objects that are there, turn them away. Shut them. Why? Don't enjoy with your senses. Just look at it. You don't have to own it. You see a BMW in your neighbor's this thing? Okay, good for them. So same thing is there in your life also. You know, as a young girl, naturally, now you people are of an age group when, you know, people, things like Jab We Met and all were there. Okay, these movies were there, and you always thought, you know, oh my God, look at Hrithik Roshan, look at that Shahid Kapoor, look at this fellow, look at that fellow. You know, you felt like Shah Rukh Khan is the hottest guy on earth. You don't want to spend even 1 hour with him today, by the way. Please don't even think of it. Why? They look good. They are good as actors. What happened to Zareen Khan? She had a divorce. Got it? What happened to Kareena Kapoor? She ran away from this guy. Got it or no? So there is a problem in their life also. Don't keep on dreaming, you know, something nice is going to come. Nothing nice is going to come out of it. It is only a dream. So don't get attached to that object. Attachment to any object is not worth it. So he says, let that object be there itself. Don't get into that object. Just look at it and move on. You don't have to own it. The reason is very simple. What you see is not what you get. Okay? You will find that there is a very beautiful fruit, but inside that there will be one keda. You know, one small worm will be there. You know, mangoes, they look so beautiful, no, in mango season. Half of the mangoes you have to throw out because they all are bad. They look good. Good for display, not for eating. So many a time we just have to leave it at that. So he says, even if the taste for them persists, don't desire it. You eat one gulab jamun, now you have decided that, you know, I want to eat one because little taste. But just because gulab jamun tastes nice, later on don't eat one more. Control yourself. Now see the next line. Even the great Swamijis and the yogis and the great people, they also can't control. See, even for a wise man, senses cannot be controlled. You look at all those fellows who are, you know, standing in a queue over there, and there is one woman over there, all their eyes are going to be like this only. You see last week, Somebody's girlfriend was standing and then one ex-president is looking like this. What is there to look? I don't understand. I mean, everybody has the same thing, but they have to look. Even the wisest of the people fall down like this. They all want taste, little taste. Salpa salpa. Don't get into it. Because if you are a wise person, stay finally out of it. Otherwise, you won't find people asking, what is the point of marriage? You know how many people ask this question on the internet? What is the point of marriage? What is the point of marriage? What is the point? You don't know, sir. First get married, then you will understand. First time it is point and next time it is pointless. Understand this. It is anyway going to be like that. So you may try to see, our idea is to find happiness in this world. We all love to find happiness in everything that we do. And for eating also we want happiness. For drinking also we want happiness. For whatever that we do, we want happiness. If our child doesn't come in good marks, we get very upset with him. Why you couldn't score? Arre Baba, that person can't score. What to do? There must be some other intelligent person. No. And you should have written properly. What is the point in telling the child? So there is no point. So our desires are like this. We are expecting like great stuff in this world. Happiness, peace, joy, tall, dark, handsome. Jamie Dornan. You know Jamie Dornan, huh? Or you don't know? What are you thinking? Jamie Dornan is going to come in your life. From which angle does that person look like Jamie Dornan? You look at him. Arre Baba. Can't think of this person as Jamie Dornan from any angle. Nothing real. We all thought that we will be enjoying our life. It doesn't work like that. Everything is so unreal. And everything will let us down. So why are you having desires only in the first place? A wise man stays away from it. People, when they look at a wise man and they say, ask him, why are you not eating? And the wise man will say, no, I don't want this. See, sour grapes, I tell you, this fellow doesn't want to eat. Why? No, take little. No, little. No. Okay, if you say so. Little I will take. There is no need of little. But even the wise man will fall down. So don't be under this impression that, see, when we think of the Swamijis, all the Swamijis you have heard of, no? Running after all these young girls and women and raping and murdering and all that. You have heard all these guys doing or no? They are wise men. Here Krishna is saying, turbulent by nature, the senses, even for a wise man who is practicing self-control, forcibly carry away his mind, Arjuna. So don't bother so much. Even that wise person is always going to be carried away in his mind. So leave it at that. Why? He is not like that. Don't bother. Understood? So, why? Because the senses are like that. You understand? The senses get swayed. Think about it like this. When your eyes are open, and you are seeing something, can you unsee it? No, you can't say, no, I didn't see. Your eyes are anyway going to see. If you have to hear something, can you not unhear it? You can't say unheard. No, you are anyway going to hear it. So if two people are talking against you, you think you are not going to hear it? You are not going to do that. You are going to hear it fully. And you would like to hear it more. क्या बोल रहा है? You see, it's like that. We like to hear more. So think on those lines. You can't unhear, you can't unsee, you can't unsmell. You can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And you already put it in your mouth, you can't untaste it. There is no such word, but I'm just giving you those words. You can't say, I don't want to taste it. Sir, it is already gone in your mouth. Already you are tasting. Right? And somebody who has got a touch and all that, that person has already finished touching. What is the point? Your children, when they go to one crockery shop or something, glass shop or something, you know how dangerous that is. They will put hand in this and they will put hand in that and they will keep on running around the shop, means something is going to break. Your organs are like that. Your organs are like the child who is running all over the town. So please understand, touch, smell, taste, nobody can control. Not even the great Babajis of this earth can control. Okay? Why? You cannot put, spikes in your eyes and say, "Mai nahi dekhega." What do you mean by "Mai nahi dekhega"? You will have to see. So whatever that is there, nobody has a control over any of this. So even the wisest of the men cannot control. So don't be under this impression that, you see, all these people, we all have some great ideas about our old fellows at home, my father, my mother, my father-in-law, mother-in-law, they are very, very pious people. They don't do this. Pura, all full. They have eaten all the good stuff in the world and that is why you are born, no? Or no? They have done everything that they have to, and now you think they are some great saints in this world? So don't think under that impression, you can't even imagine your father doing something like that. What do you mean by that? Where did you come from? Ask yourself this question. What artificial insemination happened there? Nothing like that. They are all same. You are also same. They are also same. They cannot control themselves. They can't do anything. And we should never make judgment of anybody. Why? Because everybody sab aise hi hai. Everybody is like that only. No Sati Savitri, no, what is that? Who is that guy who was burning his child in Kashi, Varanasi? That fellow. Here, Harishchandra. Nobody is Harishchandra in this world. And nobody is Sati Savitri also. Please don't be under that impression. They will look like Sati Savitri, like Gungat and all that. Don't go by the Gungat. What happens under the Gungat, nobody can say. Gungat means your mind, Don't think Gungat means a real Gungat. Nobody wears Gungat nowadays. What happens in their mind, you don't even want to go there and see what is happening. One day one person asked, this question. You are Guruji. You should know everything. You know everything. Okay. This is making his own judgment. Says, Guruji, what is going on in my mind? Can you tell me? Because you seem to know everything. I said, come on, man. Why do I want to put my hand in one gutter and find out? You think I am interested in that? Your mind is a gutter. Why should I put my good hands in that? Already I have put so much. I don't want one more gutter. Everybody's mind is a gutter. All wrong stuff only people think. What is it that Krishna is saying over here? Can you literally try to clean the gutter once sometime or no? Even if you hear, you don't have to hear. Don't react. Remove that kadai from the middle. Kadai means the mind. Can you just remove that kadai from the middle and not make some hodgepodge out of it? Don't burn it. Don't do anything to it. Just stay out of it. Even if you hear somebody saying something good about you, don't feel, I am so happy, this person. What is the point? That person is trying to pander to you. Understand this. And nobody is, I told you Harishchandra, no? You see, there is one lady, she's from Afghanistan, and she was writing about all the stuff in the world, how what is happening in that country, how things are and all that kind of thing. And there were 2,000 comments on that. Why? Because this idiot posted her picture on that. She posted her picture. And she said, I am an Afghani person, I have gone through this hell. Half of the people want to get into her pants. I love you. What nonsense, boss? She suffered over there and you are thinking of something completely different. Think on those lines. Dirty minds. Our job is to not allow the mind to become dirty. Chhod do. Leave it. Don't even take it. So don't try. So here what is he saying? Even after hard trial, you cannot close your ears. Correct? Even after trying very desperately, you can't close your eyes. You can't stop your tongue tasting. So what is he saying? One thing which you can control is the reaction to it. What is the reaction? Connected to the mind. Don't let the reaction come in. See, how many of you eat Karela? You know it is kadwa, it is bitter. Karela means bitter gourd. You eat bitter gourd, you know it is bitter. At that time, what do? Just because you have to eat, you eat, no? Are you thinking, oh, it is bitter, it is bitter, it is bitter. I'll put 1 spoon of sugar in it. You don't think like that. You just eat it, finish it, gaya ek bar andar. Once it goes inside your mouth, who cares what it is doing inside? You get the point? It's like the Karela juice, jamun juice. Once it enters your mouth, where it goes, nobody cares. So you have to ensure that your mind doesn't react. That is what he is saying. So even for the greatest of the Babajis of this world, all the wise men also, they are also prone to all these things. So don't be under this impression that they are not doing it. They are also doing the same thing. Except that their mind doesn't react. You understood what I am saying? Need not react at all. So here, mind should not get carried away. See it, don't react. Hear it, don't react. Smell it, don't react. Hear everything, Do whatever the senses and the sense organs are saying. It has to be done. But your mind should not come. Can you do this much? Just this much. And don't jump to conclusions. Otherwise it will become like my sabudana khichdi. Okay? So we have come to the end of our today's satsang. So I hope you know what is mind control. Mind is the only thing you need to control. So I will stop over here.
Recording stopped.